What's going on, Odooers? Nathan here. As you know, Odoo's Appointment app is a powerful tool that lets customers book meetings, consultations, or services. In our last appointments video, we covered the basics of how to use the application. Today, we're talking about a feature called flexible scheduling. Unlike the weekly schedule, this option does not pull from your company's operating hours, and instead, you'll need to create the time slot that fits your specific needs. This feature is especially useful for events that aren't regularly scheduled, special seasonal hours, or even situations where you want to build availability around an employee's personal schedule rather than the standard work schedule. It helps remove rigid time constraints and ultimately allows businesses to offer booking availability in a smarter, more customer friendly way. Now, you might be wondering, what's the benefit of using a flexible schedule, or why not just adjust the weekly schedule as needed? And technically, you can do that, but once your business operations return to their normal routine, you then have to rebuild your entire weekly schedule from scratch. Flexible scheduling saves you from all that extra work. So, with that in mind, let's hop into our database and see how this works. Today, we're starting off on the Appointments app dashboard, and here you'll find all of our configured appointments, including the showroom tour appointment that we set up last time. We're going to start off by clicking the Configure button on the showroom tour and take a look at its current settings. If you'd like a general overview of what all of these options mean, feel free to check out our Appointments Basics video. For your convenience, I'll also link it down below. We can see that the duration for our showroom tour is currently set at 1 hour. And if we scroll down to the Availabilities tab, we can see our entire weekly schedule for this appointment. Now let's go ahead and move on to our Options tab. And this is where you'll find the schedule setting, which allows us to choose between our weekly schedule and our flexible schedule. We're going to toggle our flexible schedule and see how it changes our appointment settings. The first thing you may notice after switching this to the flexible type setting is the Allow Bookings field changes. When it's set to weekly, you can specify how far in advance your customers can book, both the earliest and latest. For example, if we go back, we can see we can book within the next 15 days and at least 1 hour before booking. But once flexible is enabled, you can only see we can have the at least 1 hour start time before, but it does not allow us to change how far in advance we're allowed to book. It's only set in within availabilities. If we scroll back up to the top to the duration field, we'll see that there's no longer a time to enter how long a duration appointment is. Rather, it says depending on the slots. Now, you might be wondering, which time slots? The availabilities time slots, of course. When we head back to the availabilities tab, we're going to notice that there are no more time slots listed. With flexible scheduling, the appointment doesn't follow a weekly standard schedule. Instead, you're going to manually select the exact date, time, and duration you want to offer this appointment. Flexible scheduling is ideal for appointments that don't follow a recurring pattern. For example, the Stealthy Woods showroom is undergoing renovations for the next week. The showroom is still open, but the schedule is a bit sporadic since we don't want customers visiting while the renovation work is happening. To create our first time slot, we're going to click this Add a Line button, and we'll set up our first appointment for, let's say, today, November 24th, and we're going to have our first appointment for 11 a.m., and we're going to have it end at 1 p.m. Once that's all good to go, we'll hit apply, and that'll create that specific time slot. I'm also going to create the rest of the weekly time slots off screen, and once I'm done, we'll review them together. All right, here you can see we have our full schedule now planned out from November 24th all the way to November 28th. And we can also see that the flexible schedule feature allows us to create appointments for specific non-recurring timeframes. Customers will only be able to book within these exact time slots. And to preview what this looks like on their end, we're just going to click the Go to Website Smart button at the very top. All right, now on the appointment website page, we're seeing exactly what our customers see. Let's open up the drop-down menu for a number of people that will be attending the appointment. And for this example, we could select 3. And once the number of people is added to this appointment, we could go ahead and choose any date and see all the available appointment times for each slot. And when you're ready to resume your regular weekly hours, just head back to the configuration page, open up the Options tab, And in the schedule field, we're just going to toggle this back to weekly. And once we do, we'll go back to our availabilities tab and we could see our regular weekly schedule restored. And that's a wrap. Flexible scheduling in the Odoo Appointments app gives you a powerful way to manage availability when your normal weekly hours don't apply. Whether you're dealing with renovations, special events, or any situation with irregular timing, flexible scheduling allows you to create precise one off time slots without disrupting your standard weekly setup. We walked through how the feature works, created custom availability, previewed the customer experience, and even showed how easy it is to switch right back to your weekly schedule once everything returns to normal. It's a simple, efficient tool that keeps your bookings organized and your customers informed. Thanks for tuning in, Odooers. If you found this helpful, be sure to check out our other amazing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.